Looks like I died in Act 1. Awkward. Let's take max HP on Ironclad. I want to go this left path, I think. Where were the filters sent? They are in schools in Cambodia. Just helped host a conference on the philosophy of psychedelics and it went well. That sounds like a really cool time. Is it tax deductible if you donate through stream? Yes. So how we run charity streams is you can oh, actually no, I guess. Well, how it works is you can give me money on that day and I'll go ahead and turn that around for the charity. So I'll make my own charitable contribution at the end of the stream, basically. Which is going to be affected by how much money I've made over the course of the stream, a lot, and then probably I'll like round up a little bit myself. So you can do that. If you do that, technically you're giving me money and not giving the charity money, so you won't be able to write that off on taxes. That's a tax write-off for me, not for you. But also I will have a link to a Tiltify fundraising page where you will be able to donate to the charity via Tiltify, and that is going to count as a charitable donation for writing off if you do that. I believe Charity Water also has like a $100,000 match from someone right now. I'll look into that to confirm it, but I believe you're getting the money doubled up by some large corporation at the moment, so even better. Errol Sooth, Haley Murray, thanks for the year. I'll put my show to YouTube. Hey Bruways, Xfire, thanks for 5 months. Hessian, thanks for 28 months. Pole, hello. Hey Too Wet. Here's another exciting thing. You want to hear another exciting thing? I actually want to play 30 Days of Spire again and see if I can beat 127. I've been looking at my win streaks and I've like really been getting hype about playing another 30 Days of Spire. It's probably not a good idea, but I'm like pretty ready. I'm thinking at the end of April, after my birthday, there's slightly more than 30 days before Caitlin's birthday, and I was thinking maybe I could try to fit it in there. Just trying to work out if I want Blood for Blood or Wild Strike here. They're both pretty okay. It's like a little bit harder to take Blood for Blood when you have only 3 energy, but I can upgrade it and then it only costs 3. Could upgrade it in a bash pretty easily. I'm gonna take Blood for Blood. It hits so hard, right? Okay. I feel like we should stop this self-destructive impulse, but it's so much fun. And I think I can do better than I did last time as well. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe that's not true. But I've been thinking a lot about it and just like sort of feels like I can probably do better than I did last time. Do a big solid for YouTube Jorbs. Yeah, YouTube Jorbs is not lacking for content this year at all. And days in, I will ask you why you let me do it. I'm gonna ask you that about 5 days in. Typically 10 days in is when I like hit my second wind. I think last time like day 7 was actually the worst for me. I just woke up and I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Yeah. This is Burning Pact or Pommel Strike. Not 100% sure which one it's meant to be. I'm gonna just take a Pommel Strike still. Burning Pact can get added later. I think actually this is okay. It makes Blood for Blood cost 1 less, which probably gives us enough to kill our friend the looter later in the fight. I'm just going to play Strike, not Pommel Strike. It gives up 3 damage, but it makes sure that I don't draw Blood for Blood this turn, because I want to make sure that I can play Blood for Blood, right? Okay, Power Through is really good. I respect Power Through a lot. Uppercut's also pretty sweet. Go either way. What I think about doing 300 hearts in a month. 10 hearts per day. I have never in my life killed more than 6 hearts in a day, I'm pretty sure. Maybe there was a day where I did 7 once. Maybe? But that's not like a thing, really. Would I do better if I had multiple mini streams through the day? At Slay the Spire? Probably. At like being a streamer? No. That doesn't really work for being a streamer. Each of the 30 days should be themed based on the name of a Spire card. I love it. Can we have like themed meals? I could hire like a chef to make me themed meals each day. We could make a huge event of it all. I don't know if this is Uppercut or Power Through. Why is this so hard? I think it's Power Through. I think the thing that Power Through builds into is just stronger. You take. And also it's a pretty good card right now, so that's enough for me. Deadly Poison Meal. Hook me up with the Deadly Poison Meal about day 25. Get me out of here. Not actually deadly though. Just like enough of a stomach ache to take a day off and feel like I wasn't being like cheating anyone. Escapist thanks for 28 months. Akamushu to you too. Yeah, at that point it's like it starts to become a question of whether you can like stay well and functional for 30 days almost. Like there is definitely a point where you push hard enough that your brain will just actually break, so you need to not do that so that you can keep playing Slay the Spire for 30 days. Also, we pledged money per future heart kill in 30 days. You could pledge $3 per kill on day 10. You'd be donating $3 to every kill for the next 20 days. God, do you have $6,000 though? Escapist, thanks for the 28 months. I'd be into doing that for charity. I wouldn't like it that much if you were doing that directly to me, but I'd be into that for charity. G Physics. I don't really want Headbutt or Sword Boomerang or Clash. I don't know, Sword Boomerang is like okay if we get strength. Pretty bad if we don't. I'm just gonna go with no. I feel like once upon a time, a long time ago, I used to play Ironclad and I would not take bad cards in Act 1 much at all. And the reason was that I wanted my deck to be able to have a high upgraded card density and a high just like good card in general density going forward in the run. And I feel like with the invention of like Ascension 20 and the Heart, I've taken cards much more liberally going through Act 1 compared to what I used to do. Hey Vernesh. Which of the 4 characters do I feel I have the best understanding of? My mind is beautiful and flawless. I can see the characters like their lines of code. Every single one seems straightforward and easy to me. I probably should have played Defend there. I don't know. We'll find out soon. Pew Pew Laser Guns, thanks for 4 months. I'm wishing to you too. RL Sooth, thanks for the 5 months. Appreciate. Appreciate. I don't benefit much from Inflame at the moment. I might just take another shrug. Let's try it. I'm very much leaning on this Blood for Blood to do a tremendous amount of work for me. And a Scott. An Ascot? Thanks for the Prime. Longbow Musho to you as well. I'm just gonna skip that one. Oh, that's self-forming clay. Why are you like this, self-forming clay? Here's the deal. I had a world record ironclad streak where I bought Prismatic Shard on floor 2. And I sort of wonder if maybe there's something to that. Maybe it's time to run that back and see if I was onto something. Hey, Rotund Circle. Hey, the Nun. Hey, Soul Cerulean. Jackal Money, thanks for 21 months. Longbow Musho to you as well. Hey, TJ. Hey, Yerktos. Hey, Mr. Mukau. Full Wagon, thanks for the 15 months. Alright, let's run it back. I'm not gonna take Rupture because I just made it incredibly hard for me to find Combust and stuff. Okay, this only goes on YouTube if we make it out of Act 1, probably. Not sure. Not sure it goes on YouTube after we die to Gremlin up here, unfortunately. I sort of want to double play Blood for Blood in this fight, which means I think that I strike instead of pommel. Just to avoid drawing Blood for Blood, although it would have saved me 8 health to play strike, it turns out. Oh, those aren't ironclad cards. Wait a second. Oh, this is great. They get just lucky. That card's pretty good. Hey, Raw Milk. Hey, Full Wagon. That guy called Max, thanks for the 14 months. I feel like just lucky is probably fine here. I had to take the Rainbow Relic with the Rainbow Potions, right? I think it was just sort of necessary. Okay, let's try that again. Sure. And Torpedo Bench, thanks for 25 months. Longbow Musho to you as well. I do understand Twitch chat very well. I agree fully with you. Already got the clickbait title. Alright, here we go. Unfortunate that I don't get to draw Blood for Blood this time through the deck. Hopefully we can get rid of this Sentry though. Oh, that turn's actually not that bad. Am I planning on doing any charity streams soon? I was just talking about that. Yeah, on my birthday on the 21st, I'll be raising money for charity water. Because clean water is good, and not clean water is not as good. Think about it a little bit. It makes sense. This run is... like, we're just crushing right now. Is this too easy? How good is Consecrate? I don't know. How good is Bloodletting? Probably pretty good. I have double Shrug into Pommel Strike. I think it's probably really good. Invictus. Bloodletting. Alright, now we're talking. Put this on 77 and draw 3 defends next turn. That's maybe not quite ideal. Blood for Blood's a good one though. We're back to the time of year where the children play outside, and I'm always reminded of how impossible it is to tell if children are playing or being murdered. Because they make the exact same sounds. It's just, you really cannot tell at all. Thought you imagined it? You heard that too? No, that was a child. I think playing, but again, possibly being murdered. It could go either way. About the same chance. Fortunately, we understand Bayes' theorem here on the channel, so I do not feel concerned at all when I hear a child scream. In fact, I make no effort to check if they're okay at all, so... Yep. Yo, G-Slinky. Hey, Teriyaki. Those are pretty good cards. Scrawl and Venom Nightmare. Sort of like Nightmare here. Scrawl's also very, very good though. I think Scrawl's probably too good. With Blood for Blood. Choker has a very significant downside, so I guess we take Philostone. Not taking Runic Cube. Syrah! Slatu! Thanks for the 17 months, Sangpa Musho, to you as well. Hey Snow One, hey Kazneko. Kazneko. Hey Cheetah. Stores heal us, so we could probably go this way, or like this way. I don't know, we could do something like this. There's a lot of elites over here, but I assume that they will kill me if I try to fight them. A lot of sustain in my relics, but not really any output yet. What is the name of the purple onions that are lighting your mouth on fire? I don't know. I'm not sure. The avocado thing seems interested in killing me this time around. Awkward, but not unprecedented. GG, yo. Okay, leg sweep is pretty good, but I think Bowling Bash is better at the moment. I think Bowling Bash is like really, really, really good. So I'm gonna take Bowling Bash. I have 300 gold. The store heals me. I want to go this way, or this way, or this way, or this way. Here you go this way. I think I want to get into this stuff now that I have a Bowling Bash. Bowling Bash makes me much better at that. I think we go here and we look for something that makes us slightly better at the elites. And we pretty much missed. And I think that's okay. I think I just go to the next door and hope to find something again. I'm gonna remove a strike though. Like there's some okay stuff here. Duplication potion or flex potion is okay. I just think I'm gonna find something better in the next door probably. Or I'll find something equally as good at least. Oh. Bang. Bang. Ow. I made a mistake here. I think I have to do this and then this. I should have left the days on top, because if I play Shrug there, I draw the strike, but I don't have the ability to play it, unfortunately. Ends up being okay though. Empty Bunny, another Just Lucky, or a Cloak and Dagger. I think I'm gonna continue taking Just Lucky and assume that I find a relic that makes Just Lucky good. Or like, there are probably other things I could find that also make Just Lucky good, that aren't even relics. Oh my god, that child. That child. It's 3 AM, aka freezing here where you live. Well, given that it is 3 AM, I can conclude that you are in a different hemisphere of the world from me, which means that it is winter there. Am I right? You don't have to answer that, that was rhetorical, I know that I'm right. Reinforced Body Plus. Powerful card, powerful card. Yeah, probably. Deus Ex is pretty good. I think this one's better. I'm not right? See, that's where you're wrong. I am right, actually. Whirlwind. What happened to Chemex? Anybody seen Chemex recently? I feel like we saw that not that long ago. I think I'm just gonna buy Apotheosis and like a block potion or something. With Apotheosis, I wish I took Deus Ex, but oh well, I didn't. What's an Evolve? It's okay. I think Frozen Eye. You remember old Apotheosis, bold Apotheosis? Upgrade all your cards for free Apotheosis. Me too. I do as well. Incorrect, Kodan. I feel very comfortable about this. I've studied the world. I know that it is an exceptionally large disk. And yeah. That's that, really. Do I want Frozen Eye or Apotheosis? I'm sort of done thinking about this and ready to just click on something. I think I might take Whirlwind, having said all of the things that I just said. Just might not take any of the above. Good luck, me. Nope. Pretty good hand next turn. Need calipers or something. Uh-oh. Maybe I didn't think this all the way through, chat. Yikes. Now that's a lot of damage. Now that's what I call damage. Is it over? It might actually just be over here. Disappointing but possible. We're not done yet. It might be done actually. Could actually be done. Gremlin Leader has been doing an excellent job of buffing and then attacking after buffing, which is not what you want Gremlin Leader to do. Trying to draw Bash before I play. Blood for blood and failing horrendously. Guess I'm taking 17. Right? I could take 12, but I'm not sure I want that thing. But I think I would have just straight up been dead if I played a defend. So good work, me. Other than everything that happened. We can skip these, I believe. Don't need those ones. Go this way. Doesn't look like we're fighting lots of elites. Incidentally, I have added a Maw Bank to my collection of incredibly powerful relics. I'll take an upgrade. This is fine. Would have preferred to deal a little bit more damage. Oh, not getting attacked at all. Alright. What are the odds of seeing a certain card with Prismatic Shard? Well, it depends. Pressure points, 100% likely to see. Other cards that are actually good, less likely. Slay the Spire Math is a strange companion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jagavant. Is that a 0 damage fight? Sort of felt like it was a 0 damage fight. Cool-headed is like a metallicize that draws a card, sort of, if you don't think about the fact that it only blocks for 2. Oh, I'm glad Budrillard. Yeah, the experience of playing Slay the Spire is very, very, very good, and it makes a very, very significant difference to your enjoyment of playing the game, for sure. Alright, Scrawl, do your thing. I think we kill this one first. We have Bowling Bash and Blood for Blood to draw to deal a lot of extra damage. This just kills both, yeah? Alright. Deck is working a little bit. Intimidate, Noxious Fumes, Dagger Spray. Noxious Fumes clears artifact charges for you. Actually a thing that matters sometimes. Possible that Intimidate just does that better. I'm definitely open to the idea that Intimidate does that better. I have 0 powers on my deck. I'm fighting Automaton. Automaton has a lot of artifact stacks. I think I'm gonna take Noxious Fumes. Sort of a clunky card though, isn't it? Hey, Matt. I would love to remove a strike and upgrade a random card. Nice. And you see colorless cards with Shard? Yes, you can. We've just gotten unlucky or maybe lucky, depending on what you think about it. How to kill everything? Bowling Bash Whirlwind is pretty good. Seems like. The cards I'm drawing after this turn are pretty bad though. Bloodletting was the next card? That is unlucky. Seven plus 6 is not quite enough. So let's get what, Blood for Blood again? Think so? Okay. How good is Whirlwind with Wrath? Yup. I think the correct answer to that is yup. That would be nice to set up. Turn 1, scroll into Wrath, Bloodletting Whirlwind. It's a bit of a dream. A Protect. Seems okay. I have fairly strong feelings that I'm not going to be able to kill Automaton, but we'll see. Never know. Do I enjoy any of the games similar to Slay the Spire enough to recommend them to others? You can check my YouTube and stuff to see me playing games that aren't Slay the Spire. Sometimes. Or my VOD history. I don't really want to talk about them right now while I'm trying to enjoy playing Slay the Spire. Swakachust, thanks for the Prime. Why does this run have a prismatic shard? I was overcome by the muse of prisms. Made a decision. We'll see how that decision matures or fails to mature. Feeling good about this Protect pickup. Alright, well those fellows are dead. Whirlwind and Reinforced Body. Don't worry, Noxious Fumes will be enough scaling damage to beat the boss for sure. Okay. Any bashes in my deck? Yes, there are bashes in my deck. That's good. Is Scrawl the only rare in this deck? Maybe? Who gets offered good rares though, anyway? Doesn't seem like something that would happen. Okay. It's looking a lot like we're in some trouble here. Probably have to play Blood for Blood multiple times, right? I should probably Cool-Headed now. This way I can draw it again. Power Through gives us 22 block and lets us play Whirlwind for 24 damage. I think that's correct. Still have enough health to play Bloodletting when I draw it too. Oh, I don't have enough health to play Bloodletting when I draw it. I lied. I guess I can play, Is it Hyper Beam next turn? I can play Fruit Juice. I need to. But I don't need to anyway. Gotta draw better than that. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Oh. Okay, easy. Woo! He cut it close! I don't think Thunder Strike's great here. I'll probably take a Corpse Explosion. Snecko Eye. It is not my favorite Snecko Eye ever, but I'm going to take it, I guess. That is not a very good Snecko Eye, though. There are a lot of cards that cost 0 in my deck. Makes the Bottled Scroll a lot worse, doesn't it? Yeah, not quite what we needed. On the other hand, look at us go. Wow. Lose 2 focus, gain 2 strength and 2 dexterity. Sorry, cool-headed. There's a new reprogram in town. Oh. Outstanding. For my next trick, I will successfully kill the enemy. Reprogram basically demon form if you squint hard enough. Actually, when I had my last optometrist appointment, requested that the optometrist just didn't make my vision very good, so that I felt more comfortable playing Slay the Spire badly. Defragment. Not today, Defragment. I'm wondering if I take Feel No Pain or not. It's like okay. Not very okay, it's mostly bad. Havoc, though. With double X card and some Scry to set things up, Havoc could be good. I have to keep taking cards, I think, because I don't believe this beats... Wait, do I just play Reprogram like 8 times and then I beat the heart? Maybe that's what I do. Maybe I duplicate Reprogram. Okay, I have a different plan. Lose. Right? I think. I've done a good job of getting rid of strikes, at least. There is exactly one thing going well. I imagine that that's a limit break. And a disarm? 280. 356. These ones? There's also like this. Maybe I don't need limit break. Probably need limit break. I have like 2 attacks, so It's unclear how much my strength is really going to achieve for me, although I'm also not going to kill the enemies with something other than attacks, so it's not like I can just not take strength. That doesn't seem very good either. None of it seems great. I could save Mawbank for later. That's a little bit too next level for me, I think. That. I probably need a potion as well at some point. This should go great. Okay. So I'm gonna draw Bowling Bash. I'm good with taking some damage here. Probably wanted to go to a campfire next anyway. I feel a Corruption Dead Branch as the rewards for this fight. I can't really say how I know that that's going to happen, I just have a feeling that it will. Calipers, Wraith Form? That's probably pretty good. Didn't get Mind Bloom yet, right? Okay. Limug. Where's Reprogram, Duck? How do you expect me to win without finding Reprogram? While I am intangible, let's finish killing that one. I have overall increased my dexterity. The big issue here is I haven't found a way to duplicate Reprogram yet. I'll just get another one. Boom! That is so unlucky. Cloak and Dagger sort of strength scales. Yeah. Centennial Puzzle's good. I could choose to make Echo form appear next fight. Well, that would be a pretty good one. That's good thinking, actually. Like where your mind's at with that. Reprogram, are you serious? Reprogram, this is not a good moment to just decide not to work anymore. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to draw Wraith form again. Bash does weaken the enemy. Save Protect for next turn. Okay. Yup. 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 One more turn of intangible means we have 2 more turns to try to kill this. Alternately, I could just play Reinforced Body and carry a bunch of block over Calipers and try to survive this turn since I got no damage cards in my hand. Whoops. I think this ends up being okay though. Yep. Bag of Prep. So I have a 9-card starting hand with a bottled 3-cost scrawl in it. That's something. Shockwave's very good, Sunder's very good. Even seeing red's okay. I think Shockwave. No, I have Wraith form, I take Sunder. Good, good, good. Hey, Lord Mephistopheles. How are you? So, we play Wraith form. And then we hope that a few turns from now is a good turn. Also, we can try stack up some Caliphers block between now and then. Jump Wave apply is 4 week instead of 3 week. Calipers is doing alright for us as long as we have Wraithform in play. Questionable when we don't have Wraithform in play, but let's just never not have Wraithform in play. That seems like a good way to proceed. Dash? Good enough. I think fairly comfortably good enough. Let's upgrade Limit Break here. Reprogram dash synergy. Yeah. You won't find that on any tier lists. We're not gonna show that on Nickelodeon. Let me tell you. What does this deck do well? Well, it has Watch Your Cards and Wraithform, so... hard to believe it could ever lose, actually. Maybe this is just Wraithform. Sure. Not the best, chat. Not the best. Whack. Oh no, not only is my dexterity negative, my focus is negative too. It's okay, we're just getting our Centennial puzzle value here. No problem. A whetstone. A well-laid plans? Probably. Hold on to Wraithform until I actually need to play it. It seems pretty powerful. Good upgrades. Which one? Left or right? Someone help. I am frozen in indecision. Left? Left. It's almost unanimous. Was this good though? Nice. GG? I believe GG. Gallifreyan, thanks for the sub, and Caramel Queen, thanks for gifting a sub to the channel. To the community. Appreciate it. I mean, none of this matters anymore, I think. I keep dazed. Didn't work. Didn't work. I think we may have gotten one of the bad Willoid plans. Occultist potion? Okay. Okay. Whoa, Simmering Fury? Whoa! Whoa! Simmering Fury with a Wraith form? Hello? Black. It would be nice to put Noxious Fumes in play. I don't think it's happening though. Sort of awkward. Every card that I cared about costs 3 there. Limit Break costs 3. Bash has consistently cost 0 at least. Yeah, Bash is doing its best. Thanks, Bash. The sun does exist, unfortunately. Sorry, nothing I can do about that. A heart won't die in 3 turns. It's fine. We have 87 health. That's so much health. And I'm sure that the elites won't deal a single point of damage to us as well. Right? It doesn't seem like they would. They're very polite. Up with killing Dekka first. We are killing both of them at the same time. Sort of the plan. Also, the dazes suck, so even if we're not, we can kill Dekka first. Pretty happily. My fury simmers. Any corpse explosions in chat? Or possibly in my deck? I did that in the wrong order. Oops. I mean, maybe I'll just die next turn, actually. Looks sort of likely right now. $50 times 2. Woohoo! That's a lot of damage! fully block it with reinforced body. I will have to, right? Fuck. It's unfortunate. I think the takeaway is just play better, idiot. Just wondering if there's anything here anywhere. I have a gremlin horn, so I can sunder this first. I think I kill it with sunder. I'll probably play Jisucky before that. Would have been good. It wouldn't have changed anything though. Okay. Just hold on to Whirlwind and kill with it next turn. I still have 23 health and a block potion. Prismatic Shard is on a win streak with Ironclad, is why we took it. A win streak of 1. Which may be 0 soon. It's impossible to say. Whirlwind? Maybe? Bowling Bash is pretty decent here. Should be the one. Go ahead and block for 0, no big deal. I think because we got such a fast start, we're favored here. I have 2 dexterity already as well. Turn sucks. I'm 1 damage away. Always blood for blood, I guess. Oh no, this works. Okay. 9 times 4 wishes, it were a lot. True gamers know that it is not really. It's just trying to be. Sort of wanted to play well-laid plans here. Oh, okay. Just this, and we can play that and hold on to power through. So we gotta protect power through at worst. Reinforced body does it better though. Good. A nice Frost Orb. Yeah, Cool-Headed didn't quite pan out how we were hoping it would, but you know, that's okay. Tried, and that's what counts. At this point, I think we can start holding Wraith Form. Very, very close to being able to play Wraith form. Lucky's really good when it costs 0. Yeah, I know. Imagine how good it would be if it just cost 0 all the time. Hard to imagine. No, not. Guess I don't bother playing this. Well, Douchey, thanks for the 13 months. Long Pomo show to you as well. Not convinced this is fast enough for the heart fight yet. Close though, probably close. Let's wait. Because if we can wait and play more copies of Limit Break and stuff before we enter phase 2, it's good for us. 1 reprogram, 1 Limit Break. Perfect. Excuse me. I guess I have this one for the heart fight too. Keep that in mind. Alright. Sir Brett Fan, thanks for the 4 months. Bomo show to you as well. I think the question that we're going to take away from this run is, why don't we just buy Prismatic Shard every time? Not sure anybody knows the answer to that. The thump, the thump, the thump! 1899 score. Wow. But you gotta keep in mind that's for all 4 characters, so really it's more like 7,400 score total. You add it all up. Okay, what's this? Demon form. Spot weakness. Demon form? I want like 7 things from this one. Shockwave, yeah. I didn't take Shockwave? No wonder my deck doesn't ever draw Shockwave. Uppercut spot weakness is pretty good. Clockwork Souvenir is pretty good. I'm taking this one. Okay, be gentle, please. Please no whammy. It occurs to me at this point that I can't really save Reprogram or Wraith Form because... Or I can't really save Clockwork Souvenir for Wraith Form because Reprogram uses it. It's okay, we just draw Wraith Form this turn, and we win. Almost. Actually surprisingly close. That really isn't that bad of a turn. Am I taking 26 damage? Technically, yes. Did I lose my artifact charge? Technically, yes. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's also light on my face. True? True. I'm glad you noticed that. Alright. No one ever told me I had a really big deck. Yes. Actually. Quite awkward. $13, $18 block. I don't actually have Corpse Explosion applied yet. Matic Shard equals Focus Down. Outplayed. Outplayed as usual. We go to the Heart Fight. Surprisingly healthy here. 73 health and the block potion came back. Is this even losable? Like, how do you lose? I guess we'll find out very shortly. Drops are Wheel Kick. Caltrops is like, what, 16 damage a turn or something? I think just Wheel Kick. Integer Zero, thanks for the 2 years. Almost show to you as well. Early Noxious Fumes, that's what it's all about here. I want to find and play Wraith Form on turn 1. Probably. Wraith Form. I got Well-Laid Plans into play and I drew Disarm though, which is pretty good. And I'm not going to be vulnerable. So this is okay-ish. wondering if I like play dash over fumes to carry a little bit of block or something. Oh, do I play reprogram? No, I can't play reprogram this turn, right? I lose the block on the vulnerable. Okay. Not the best cards here. Decent. Just dash and limit break this turn is fine. Break first, I guess. I blood for blood this turn. I have Void in my hand. Whoops. Yeah, I guess I'll play Blood for Blood then. I don't really want to hold any of these cards. I guess I'll hold Wound and Slimed so I don't draw them next time through my deck. That makes sense. I don't know if we pulled this off. Not quite drawing the strong stuff. Zero cost bash would be part of it this turn. No. I have to Wraith Farm, right? Okay. Everything costs 3, chat. Except for Simmering Fury. Everyone just wants me to die by playing Simmering Fury, apparently. That's unfortunate. Nothing I can really do about it. Oof. There aren't better cards than that in my deck. Are you sure? Hey, these ones are okay. We just die next turn now. Oh well. It was a good attempt. All I needed was to draw a reinforced body between playing well-laid plans and turn 5, right? And I win. So I get to reinforced body. Probably have to play reprogram as well. Without it costing 7 million. Cost 3 every time I've drawn it, I think. Oh, chat. Okay. I mean, I stay alive one more turn, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah. Morgan, thanks for the 9 months! Almost show to you as well. So painfully close. Just needed one more turn. Ouch. Oh well, GG. It was a good attempt. Good attempt by Prismatic Shard. We had some ups and some downs. Five for him. What are my takeaways from this run? I feel like the Ironclad Wraithform Wrath Poison reprogram archetype probably needs slightly better relics to succeed. I'm gonna place blame squarely on my relics for the first half of the run. Just not good enough. Just not good enough, and they should feel ashamed. Because I played this run perfectly. 0 mistakes.